The mail never stops.
Here comes the mailman.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here.
When you control the mail, you control information.
Know what you do? Hey, tighten up! Oh, you tighten up! Hey, man, oh, y'all tighten up! What y'all doing out there? Hey, y'all tighten up, man!
Into something strange
Strange.
in your league. Who you gonna call?
Hey, what the hell y'all doing? What the hell? Hey, cheerleaders! Y'all doing a good job, though. Cheer on. Hey, straight up. Y'all been shaking the hell out of that pom-pom.
Where is Atlanta fan?
But damn, hey.
Where is Atlanta fan when you need him? Where that guy was from last year, Falcons fan, cheering on it as they left the field, headed to the locker room in the half, telling them to tighten up.
That's right. Well, you know where the Atlanta fans are right now. They're in hiding. They're in deep, deep hiding. But I feel like this is a get-right game for them. The hype is now, everyone's like, oh, Green Bay's back. They're doing their thing. But I think Falcons are going to come and win this game. I think it's going to happen.
Well, they need to. Somebody's going to get fired pretty soon in Atlanta. Let's get into the show. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're listening. Welcome to the Sleeper Wire Mailsack Show, the only live call-in advice show that's weekly, consistent, and has at least one host who shows up on a regular basis. Let me give you the phone number because you can call into this show. The phone number to call in is 205-79-SLEEP, 205-7975-337. You can reach us. I am producer Steve. We got Lucas over here. He is Show Me the Money.
Show me.
There's some players that flashed some cash this week. And if you have any fantasy questions about those guys, about trades, about waivers, about anything you want to ask fantasy-wise, we'll take your questions. You can also join our Facebook group. If you go to Facebook, look in groups, Sleeper Wire Fantasy Football Club. We're also on Twitter at Sleeper Wire Show, and I believe we're on YouTube as well. We got a call. So I believe that this is Curtis. Let's just jump right into the phone calls. Guys, if you call in, we take you right ahead of the line. So good evening, Sleeper Wire Show. Is this Curtis? Curtis? Is this Curtis?
Hello.
Oh, shoot. I had him muted. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, Curtis? How we doing? Are we feeling better this week, or is it still just like a hopeless despair and free fall?
Your boy 0-3 right now, but it's all good.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened, Curtis?
Now it's Hollywood Brown wet the bed. We had Deontay Johnson got injured first quarter, so that killed me. I went against the Pat Mahomes and Kelsey stack, so I was out of there. I did my team. Other than that, my team did good. I was able to make some good moves. I had two people on my team that do nothing, and the rest of my team put up like 160, and I literally lost by 2 points. But it's all good.
Well, that's rough. That's rough. But, there is some solace in there that your team is putting up points, right? And so, you have to walk away feeling okay that your team is still scoring.
I got back on top. On top of that, I was able. I finally got back Michael Thomas, and Michael Thomas was trending in the right way, and I got back George Kittle. So I think this week my team should hit a stride.
Yeah, they're both heading in the right direction. So, fingers crossed that no more of this COVID stuff, and and when they're talking about these games being postponed, they're talking about right now, I believe, attempting to postpone them from Sunday to Monday, Tuesday, so that they're still on this week's slate. So we'll see how that really goes down. But yeah.
All right. Well, all right, guys. Quick. All right. So let me ask some quick questions, right quick. All right. I have for my receivers, how my receivers are right now. I have I got Cooper Kupp. I feel confident. I want to start Devontae Parker this week. He has a really good juicy matchup against Seattle, so I feel like this should be a good week to start him. And my wide receiver, my wide receiver one position is Michael Thomas. If he's healthy, I would like to start him.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that?
I like absolutely all of those. If you can fit those three into your lineup, I think Parker is a fine flex this week. They're at home, and Parker, if he just continues doing what he's doing, that's a fine flex.
All right. With my let me tell my RB. Then I got a trade proposal as well.
Okay.
RB I'm starting this week is it's King Drake, Josh Jacobs, and James Conner. But I got a trade proposal for Melvin Gordon, and I want to see what you guys thought about it.
So you have Melvin Gordon, or you're trying to get Melvin Gordon?
Yes, I have. I currently have Melvin Gordon.
Okay, all right. So he's your fourth running back.
I was going to ask. Okay, so his proposal to guy my friend told me, because he's on 3 as well. So and he has no running backs now. All his running backs hurt, and he that I need. And everybody else in the league is trying to start his team. So he's trying to come to me, and I'm trying to at least be fair with him. So he's trying to trade me Amari Cooper, and so but he said he wants Melvin. He wants Melvin Gordon and Jonas Smith and AJ Brown. Thoughts?
Straight up for Amari.
For Amari Cooper. Yeah.
Man, I like Amari. Don't get me wrong, but they still want to run the ball, and that football they have 5 different targets right now, right? That's difficult for me. I'm not completely sold on Amari week in and week out, and the way that the season is going, having running backs that are going to guarantee get touches. I know that Denver's not great, but having Melvin Gordon there as a bell cow back for a team as your 4th running back, I feel like there's a lot of value in that. And then on top of that, AJ Brown is a baller, right? Granted, Amari Cooper is better, but I mean, what is let me check what the targets are looking like for Amari right now. So I mean, 14, 9, 12. He's pretty consistent. He's getting the 80. He's not getting in the end zone, which you would like, but he has a big floor. I still feel like that's quite a bit to give up there, though. Steve, what do you think on this?
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That seems like a high price for one player. Who's the out of those 3 guys? Who's the one that you want to keep the most?
I don't care for the trade. I mean, because my receivers in total, I have Michael Thomas, Deontay Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Parker, AJ Brown, and I have Hollywood Brown as well.
Yeah.
So I have receivers. I was just out and my starting my main tight end is George Kittle, and I have Jonathan Smith. I was able to pick up Jonathan Smith on week 1 as soon as George Kittle had got hurt.
Man, if you could get a lower tier running back, a lottery pick thrown in there with that trade, maybe I think it might be good. It just seems like you're giving up a lot. You know what I mean? Like get just a handcuff, a good handcuff, or a guy that's contributing a little bit that might take off later.
What he has Miles Gaskin. Should I try to get Miles Gaskin from him?
I think that'd be decent. I like Myles Gaskin, especially in a PPR. He's getting work, he's getting touches, and he looks pretty good. And he was really good in college as well. And he's just kind of flown under the radar, and they didn't use him in his rookie year. And now we're fast forward a little bit of time, and he's finally getting his time to shine, and he looks pretty good. So if you could get Myles Gaskin in that trade, I'd be okay with it. But you don't want to deplete yourself at running back in a year that's going to be more volatile than any year. Having the depth is going to be more beneficial because we don't know what COVID cases are going to look like going forward. And it's going to be good to have real depth that you can plug in to your lineup between the COVID and the injuries that we're seeing. So you definitely want some more there.
Okay. Guys, you had said earlier that they since they because I have James Conner and he said they moved his game to either Monday or Tuesday. So you feel I should leave my lineup instead of flexing on number one.
So what I would do is I would take Connor out of your lineup until you have confirmation that they are going to be playing the game for sure. So the game is being played in Tennessee. They have shut down the Titans facility all week. They're opening it back up Saturday. So they're wanting to push it to Monday or Tuesday in order to give the team enough time to practice and prepare for the game, is what the team is upset about right now. So I would take Connor out of your lineup right now and act as if you're going to have to be without him until they give you the confirmation that that the game's for sure going to be played, which we should know tomorrow or the day after that. We should know by Thursday or Friday.
Okay, because my pivot can be Melvin Gordon. I need to know. So like, should I? Because right now I have Connor in my flex, so I should take out Connor. I should take Connor out of flex and move down Josh Jacobs, who I have my RB2 spot. Put him in a flex and plug in Melvin Gordon instead.
Yeah, the biggest issue that you're running into there is that the Denver Broncos play tomorrow night, Thursday night. So I'm not sure if we're going to have confirmation on Connor or not. If you have another player that you can throw into your flex that's playing on Sunday that you would be happy to play, but that's if we get confirmation that Connor's not going to be able to, that's really the risk that you're taking. If you put in Melvin Gordon, then you're basically saying that you're not going to play Connor. So it just depends. You had to weigh those options.
I got you. Yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher right there because
that's fantasy football in 2020, baby. You know, this is you really got to show those manager skills here.
We knew it was going to happen eventually, and I'm surprised we made it through the first 3 weeks. To be honest with you, with no delays. So it's something we got to deal with now.
All right, guys. Well, then I appreciate help as always, man.
Absolutely, Curtis. You're the best. You have a great week, man. Keep it
doing,
buddy. All right,
you
buddy.
as well, guys.
All right, buddy. Sound like Curtis was doing the dishes in the background there. Guys, if you want to call in and do weird things in the background while you talk to us, the phone number is 205-79-SLEEP, 205-797-5337. You can call in right now. Phone lines are wide open. You can also reach us if you're listening on Mixler. You can reach us in the chat. In fact, let's jump to the chat right now. Mr. MJ Creech, yeah. Hey, guys, 10-team, full PPR, trade Kareem Hunt for Keenan Allen or Mike Evans. My running backs are Kamara, Miles Sanders, Josh Kelly. My receivers are Ridley, Moore, Chark, Cooks, Marquise Brown. Worth the loss of running back depth. My initial quick reaction would be don't need to do it.
Yeah, you're not inundated with running backs and you're not needy at wide receiver. I know that it feels that way right now because you haven't had Chark, but all you're going to be really doing is giving yourself a headache at trying to figure out which wide receiver that you're going to play. I like Keenan Allen, he's a wide receiver too with some upside with Herbert, but you're really just giving yourself a headache and kind of taking away your, some of your depth at running back. And if Chubb were to go down, heaven forbid, if Chubb were to go down, Hunt will be a top 5 running back the rest of the year. But then not only that is that Hunt is going to get work no matter what the game script is, but there are game scripts that will favor Hunt, and you will have Hunt outscoring Chubb in some weeks. I know he's a little groin thing, but if it's me, I'm really not wanting to trade Hunt.
Yeah, me either. And then, I know it looks like at wide receiver, you're going to have some decisions every week because you don't have a clear-cut number one guy. But that's the only thing I would be looking at. And I'm not sure if Keenan Allen is a clear-cut number one guy every week. I think Mike Evans might be, but you'd almost better just kind of stay in a put. I like your team right now. Ricardo Banks. PPR rest of season, Mixon and Boyd or Drake and Cup with combo wins. Oh, what combo wins? So what pair do you like better, Lucas?
That's tough That's a really good question because I do like Mixon more than Drake, but I like Cup more than Boyd. It's really kind of a wash for me, but I think that I would probably rather have Drake and Cup just because both of them are on prolific offenses this season.
Yes. Let's move on. Captain Kurt said he was washing the dishes. Yeah, the Bengals are interesting. Burrow's interesting.
I love T. Higgins. I personally love T. Higgins. He is he looked to be the red zone target for Burrow. I heard a stat the other day that Burrow is tied for end zone throws with Aaron Rodgers, tied for number one in a number of end zone throws. He's able to extend the play and get that open. AJ Green just doesn't look that good to me, and I think that we're going to see an emergence of T. Higgins going forward. So I think that we'll see Burrow step up, and I also think that Mixon is a buy low target right now. So if you can get a hold of Mixon, do it.
Burrow's showing some toughness, and he's taking shots, and that's kind of what you want.
You'd
and
love
I think
to see that.
Right. AJ Green, I think, is just collecting a paycheck this year. Thomas Hentz Sr., David Montgomery, T. Higgins, and OBJ for a trade question for Mike Evans and Samuel, full PPR. I have Shark, Deontay, Johnson, Elliott, Aaron Jones, and Keenan Allen. So he's giving up Montgomery and Higgins and OBJ for getting Evans and Samuel.
Which Samuel are we talking? Are we talking about Debo?
I'm not sure. Thomas, tell us if it's Debo or Curtis or whoever. What Samuel are we talking about here? We'll wait on that. Let's jump to the Mailsack questions. We got a couple here. JTLVPEZ. Should I stop smoking weed? Help? ? Oh, God. It's sativa, bro. I can't smoke sativa. I'll answer this for the Sleepwire crew. Don't just say no to drugs. Say no, thank you. I am the walrus. That must be Andy Reid in his fantasy team. Kenny G against the Saints or Devontae Parker versus the Seahawks.
Kenny G.
Yeah,
I like both of them, but I'm never sitting Kenny G.
I need a saxophone sound effect to play when we talk.
That's
about
right. Yeah, we need to get that going. Just that smooth.
I'll have
for your crazy cool cats.
Right. Riki wants to know: do I trust Jeff Wilson Jr. this week?
I mean, as much as you can. It really depends on who else that you have. I think that running game is definitely a piece that you'd like to have a shot at. But when you say trust, what are you wanting? Are you expecting a floor of 7 or 8 points? Or are you trusting that he's going to get you? Like, I think you can trust he's going to get a few touches, and he'll probably do something with them. But I'm not sure that I'm looking for some explosive game out of him.
Right. Not a high ceiling lottery ticket guy. Back to Thomas Hentz Sr. Thomas Hentz Sr. Sorry. So the David Montgomery, T. Higgins, and OBJ for Mike Evans and Curtis Samuel, full PPR.
I'm not doing it. I'd rather have the first 3 that you have.
Yeah. Shark, DeAndre, Johnson, Elliott, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I've seen Samuel on a lot of waiver wires too.
Yeah, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but OBJ, the game scripts really haven't favored the Browns having to throw the ball a lot. They've just been running it down people's throats. When they get into some situations where they're trailing, they're going to be force feeding the ball to OBJ. That he is still a stud. So I know that he hasn't had a huge breakout game yet, and he's not seeing a ton of targets, but whenever they get in games that they're trailing and not able to just run Chubb a ton, they're going to start throwing the ball more.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump back to the mail sack. Garlic City struggling at wide receiver offered to me Gallup for Waller. I'm going to assume that you have another good tight end if you're shopping Waller or if you're thinking about getting rid of him. What do you think? If Waller's your tight end too, are you buying Gallup?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm all right with that too. I'm all right with that too. Another run heavy team in Oakland.
Yep.
They want to punch the ball down the field with Josh Jacobs. JSir23, should I trade Robinson for Diggs? Currently, running backs are CEH, Josh Jacobs, Davis, Mike Davis. Wide receivers are Thielen, Deontay Johnson. I think I would do that. PPR league. I think I would do that.
Yeah, I think that I probably would as well. I know James Robinson's been balling out. He looks, he definitely looks good. He's running hard. But that team is so bad. Jacksonville just looked awful last Thursday against Miami. So I think I would probably do that.
Yeah, I like that. And you could always flip. Shoot, you could always flip Diggs for something else too.
But he needs the wide receiver though. So it's like, when I'm looking here, what better wide receiver would you really hope to get than Diggs? He's a wide receiver 1. So I mean, I guess you could go after one of the Seattle wide receivers if you trust in them more. But I think Diggs is a good candidate.
I think he's trying to rebuild the old Minnesota wide receiver core with Thielen and Diggs.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, they do well together.
Oh, we got a new host coming to the show here. Let me add this. Sven, how you doing, buddy?
What
Welcome
up? Yeah, I heard you guys needed some. I was like, let me hop on with you.
What up, fam?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing good, man.
We're fine. We're good. We got a call, actually, Sven. So just out of the fire into the pot. Talk with Gabriel here. Gabriel, thanks for calling the Sleeper Wire show, buddy. What's your question?
Hey, you guys have my number?
Yeah, well, the system I have showed up that you called again. So yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
That's awesome. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
I have a couple of trade questions real quick. For the PPR league, would you guys trade Devontae Parker and Tyler Boyd for Lockett?
If I'm the Lockett owner, I don't know. But it's tough, man.
Well, so is this a 10 or a 12 team?
12 team.
12 team, and are you pretty set at wide receiver? Like you have depth right now? Like you're having trouble deciding who you're going to play every week?
Yeah, so I have Allen Robinson, I have Kenny Golladay, I have Devontae Parker, I have Tyler Boyd, I have Robbie Anderson.
I would do this for sure.
Those are my 5.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that.
So now my other dilemma is, okay, so I had Christian McCaffrey. Luckily I had Mike Davis, so I'm covered there. But my RD2 is Kareem Hunt. But other than that, like they're all other, just like handcuffs and running back handcuffs in case someone gets hurt, like Latavius Murray, Chase Edmonds. So I really don't have like a decent third running back.
Right.
And the Miles Sanders owner and Kenyon Drake owner is willing to trade one of them. Do you think they're worth going after one of them? I know Miles Sanders has a pretty tough schedule. Like the next 3 games is pretty tough. I'm 3-0 though, so it might be worth it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think that right now is probably a pretty good buy low on Drake. So depending on what you would have to give up, and it sounds like if they're wanting to do like a wide receiver for a running back kind of trade, I think this is a good time for you to do that because you have a lot of depth at wide receiver, and you are, you are needing help for running back.
Running backs are also hard to come by right now.
Like,
so hoard them. Hoard the running backs.
So you think so someone with Drake, like Devontae Parker, like you think Devontae Parker is like buying low for Drake? Would that be, you think he's in last place, so he's definitely just looking for some changes.
If he would do that, you should absolutely jump all over that. If he would do that, you should jump all over that. Yeah. But I would expect that he's probably going to ask you to give up more than that. So
don't know until you try.
That's right.
And then one more. Would you trade? In my other league, I have Robert Woods. Would you trade? And I have Noah Fant. Would you trade Robert Woods to get George Kittle? or we just stick with what I have. Because Fant has been playing good, but you know,
Who's his tight end? Who's your tight end?
He has Noah Fant, and so the question here, so that's getting Kittle for Woods is value-wise is a very good trade. But it really depends on what your wide receiver depth is. If you have a lot of wide receivers,
You can give up Robert Woods, yeah.
then it's not a bad. I have zero issue. Tight ends are becoming more like wide receivers anymore. They're starting to score a lot of points, and they're pretty reliable. Noah Fant and Kittle are both baller tight ends, and there's no reason why you can't start one of them in your flex. So if you have a lot of wide receiver depth, the value is absolutely there.
yeah, I have Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs, OBJ, Juju.
Yeah, I don't know. What? Yeah, yes.
Go.
Go trade him then.
Run and do that trade right now.
You get the C Senor for that one. Make that trade.
I'm gonna try to make that happen. All right, guys. I appreciate it like always, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling, Gabe.
All right, dude. Take care.
Good evening. Okay. Guys, phone lines are wide open. If you'd like to call in and jump the line, 205-797-SLEEP. I'm sorry, 205-79-SLEEP on your phone. Spell it out, 205-797-5337. We'll go back to the sack now with some other questions. We got up to Jeremy Vang, PPR Superflex. My quarterbacks are Kyler, Haskins, and Foles. Should I trade Godwin for Big Ben? I have Devontae Adams, AJ Green, and Justin Jefferson.
Nope. I think your quarterbacks are fine.
Yeah, why would you try to get rid of Kyler, I guess, is the question. Big Ben's not bad, but I don't think he's going to put up Kyler numbers.
Is he getting I thought he said Godwin. He's trying to trade Godwin.
He's trading Godwin for Big Ben.
Yeah, he's trying to get Big Ben, right?
Yeah.
Yes, by trading away Godwin, and it's a super flex. No, I think that I think that you lucked into Foles. He is a gunslinger that should put up some points.
Yeah.
He's going to make some mistakes. He's not a perfect he's not a perfect NFL quarterback by any means, but he takes big shots downfield. Miller is coming into his own. Jimmy Graham is able to catch the ball in the end zone, and then Allen Robinson is this baller that he was from 4 years ago. And I think that Montgomery is also going to be coming into his own soon. So I think that you're fine to stay put, and I would hold Godwin.
Yeah, if he comes back.
Well, he should come back, right? I mean, he's
I'm saying when he comes back, though, like AJ Green, he's not doing anything, or he's going to get hurt. You know, I mean, it's a sad season for him.
Right. Joe, Big Body Boss. I like that screen name. David Montgomery and Odell for T. Higgins. I'm sorry. Wait, we did this question already. No, we did this question already. All right, we already said we said no to this trade.
Right? Okay, I was going to say no too.
Yeah, we said no to this trade. Romo Bones, what to do with Rojo? Open-ended question, gentlemen. You have 2 minutes to answer. We'll start with Lucas. Sven, shut, please. Don't interrupt.
I think it's going to be a split touch backfield there. Fournette is the better player, but Rojo is a guy that you can throw in a pinch, and he's still getting some touches.
Excuse me. Rojo is good. He's a good guy. Rojo.
Sven's favorite guy.
Sorry, I had to.
It's just one of those precarious situations with running backs that we're going by committee in a lot of these places, and he's going to be a guy that if you have an injury or bye weeks or whatever, that you can just throw into your lineup. So I don't know that I would drop him unless you have just a short bench and there's a stud on the waiver wire.
I want to see what the situation. I mean, Leonard Fournette was the guy last week. Who knows? I would still keep him.
Yeah,
keep him on the bench.
This guy's name is Mike. He wants to know about a trade: James Conner and Hollywood Brown to get Keenan Allen and David Montgomery half-point league.
I love Keenan more than Hollywood, that's for sure. I like Conner more than Montgomery, I think, at the moment. But
I think I would do it.
I think I would too, because they're yeah.
I think I would do it. I do like Connor slightly more than Montgomery, but I think Montgomery is trending up, especially now with Cohen with the torn ACL and out for the season. And I also think that the Bears are because of Foles, they're about to be more proficient. They're going to have longer drives. They're going to, Montgomery's going to have more chances to fall into the end zone. And, I'm not on the same boat that thinks that Connor is this huge injury risk like everybody else is, but there is some merit to that. And they have other running backs that they are kind of sneaking in there. We saw them bring in Snell on the 1 yard line. They're not giving Connor the easy goal line work. So I think you go ahead and do that.
Well, I just think that Keenan Allen definitely makes up for those points if Connor scores more than Montgomery, like with Marquise Brown. He's hit or miss. So Keenan Allen, is going to get like 12 to 15 targets now with Justin Herbert starting.
We got a caller. I do not have screening abilities tonight. So, caller, you're going to have to introduce yourself. Thanks for calling the Sleepwire Show. What's your name?
What's going on, yo? It's Ricardo.
Hey, Ricardo. Thanks for calling in, man. What do you got?
I had a question. It's kind of too long to text, so that's why I'm calling off of this shit. So here's the deal. I'm looking to get a running back, right? Here's my opponent's roster right now. He has Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, Aaron Jones, and Chris Carson. I want to get one of those dudes from him.
And this is your opponent that you're playing this week?
No, I'm not. I'm playing him in like 3 weeks. I ain't playing him.
Okay.
So I want to get one of those running backs: Dalvin Cook, Robinson, Chris Carson, or who's it? Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Okay.
Yeah, my running backs are CEH and Mixon, with Murray and Kelly and Dobbins.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of an upgrade at running back right now, at least. I mean, we don't know what some of these guys can do later on.
I need to upgrade. Yeah. My wide receivers is Ridley, Robinson, Boyd, and Judy and Beasley.
Okay.
I'm 3-0. I'm 3-0 right now. I'm looking good, but I'm kind of need to upgrade on that running back position.
Yeah, so you have you really have 3 startable wide receivers. You have Beasley there also, which is kind of hit or miss. But like, I'm not sure that you have the depth to trade away.
I know that's
one of your wide receivers, unless you can go snag like a Higgins or an Ayuk off of the waivers right now. Those are a couple of guys that I like. You have, yeah,
if he's available, especially this week.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of thinking season long, and I love Renfro, but they want to run first, and then Waller is kind of their guy that they throw to. So I'm not sure that he would be a PPR machine on another team, but man, I know you want to square up with running backs, but all it takes is the Ravens to get smart and Dobbins to start getting more work for you to really be set there. So I think that because you don't have a ton of depth anywhere, that you will hurt yourself by making moves by trading one position for another.
Do you have good quarterbacks that you could possibly trade, or tight ends?
My quarterback is Dak and Minshew, and my tight end is Bigby.
Yeah, could have cashed in on Minshew a week ago.
Yeah, I think you have to stay put.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I just don't know what of value that you can offer to him.
But if I were going for him, I would go for James Robinson or Aaron Jones. Those are my guys.
Another quick one. I got it. The Drake owner wants my Mixon for Drake. How did that sound?
Mixon's got a tough schedule.
Yeah, I think that Mixon's a much better player. Yeah, I think that I would probably go ahead and do it just because I like the Cardinals a lot better than I like Cincinnati. But I've been a very big proponent buy Mixon right now, but I think that's an okay trade. To me, it's kind of a lateral move. But if
who's going to step it up more? You know,
Yeah,
I guess is the question.
Yeah, I think I would probably go Drake just because of how annoying they've been with not using Mixon in the passing game when they're trailing
at all.
So
he has 9 targets.
That.
9 targets to Gio's 15.
Yeah, I would do it. I would take Drake.
Okay, and rest of the season, Galladay or Boyd?
Galladay.
Yeah, if he's healthy, man. He's healthy. Gotta go Galladay. I do like Boyd too. But...
Okay. I appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it.
Good luck, bud.
Man, appreciate the call.
Good call, Ricardo. All right, we got a call. Not a call. I'm sorry. We got a comment from the Facebook. Question on PPR, Gurley or Singletary. This is from Mini Jordan 718. Who do you like, PPR?
For this week?
Yeah, this week.
We're assuming, right?
Yeah.
What do we got here? Bills, who are they playing?
Atlanta's playing Green Bay at Green Bay, and the Buffalo Bills.
Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders.
Give me Singletary.
Yeah, the Raiders defense is not that good.
Give me Singletary. I just think he looks good. I have never understood the hate on Singletary. Zach Moss, I don't get it. Like, I understand he's coming in and he's taking the Frank Gore role, and like if they use him in the red zone, fantastic. He could fall into the end zone. But in terms of who looks better on the field, it's not even close. Singletary looks explosive. He looks explosive every time he touches the ball. He's making people miss. Like, I don't get it. And Gurley
13 carries. 13 carries for 71 yards last week, 5.5 yards per carry.
That's all.
5 targets, 4 catches. Like it's exactly. It's almost like he's like a wannabe Kamara, maybe. You know what I mean? Like he's efficient with his touches, but I mean Kamara he's on another level. I'm saying like they're like, but he's kind of like I would go Singletary this week though.
Yeah, Singletary doesn't have the same pass. You know, Kamara is able to run routes like a wide receiver. Singletary doesn't quite have that in his in his back pocket, and he's not as good at catching. He can catch it, but he's not as good at catching. But for sure, they kind of have that same shifty, quick, elusive, and bursty play style.
Guys, chat real quick about Brian Hill, because he looks like he might be doing something soon. What do you think?
Unless Gurley starts complaining about his knee hurting, I think at best it's going to be a split backfield. But I still think that Gurley is getting the lion's share of the touches.
Okay. All right. Back to the Mixer chat. Oswaldo Andrade, what running backs do I roll this week? I need 3 standard. Here are your choices: Jacobs, David Johnson, Gurley, and James Robinson. So who are you benching out of those 4?
Who was the
repeat him again?
Gurley?
Josh Jacobs, starting him. David Johnson, Gurley, and James Robinson.
Todd Gurley, I'm sitting.
I'm probably sitting.
That was quick. That was a quick response.
Yeah, I am probably sitting Gurley. Houston against Minnesota. I would like them to get David Johnson involved in the passing game. The front line for Minnesota is okay. You can
he gets enough touches
on them.
They're like the game script goes for David Johnson, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to sit Gurley also.
Right? James Robinson has been absolutely he's awesome.
You're not sitting him. Yeah.
Right? You can't sit him. He's right in the hot hand right now.
And they're playing Cincinnati.
There's like 4 or 5 running backs that like I would start over Josh Jacobs. I mean, I think he is definitely a must start. So
Great. All right, back to the stack. Page Boy, his trade question. His David Johnson and Darren Waller for my Chris Carson and Alan Lazard.
I mean, if you're hurting at tight end, you can do that. And I think that and Lazard looks really good. There's no doubt about that. But when Adams comes back, he is going to fall to the 2, and they want to use Aaron Jones, excuse me. They want to use Aaron Jones, and they're using him in the passing game also. And then you are going to have games that MVS trumps Lazard. It's just going to happen. And so I think Lazard, although he's a good player, sell high candidate.
He's going to have another monster week this week. They're playing the Falcons.
I don't disagree, but in terms of season long, I
right?
think sell high, and if you're doing this, I assume that you need a tight end,
right? And it's not a bad tight end to go for at all. So
solid, yep.
Whether Edwards and Ruggs are playing, like it does not matter. Mm-hmm. So we saw that against the Saints.
All right. Back to the Mixer chat. Oswaldo wants to know, start this week, Brady or Rodgers? He's leaning Rodgers. Can we push him over the edge so he falls right into Rodgers' lap?
It's 100% Rodgers. I think that the Chargers are going to upset the Bucs this week, and I'm actually thinking that Brady's going to have a bad week. I think they're going to come after him. They're going to put pressure on him. You're going to see him fold in the pocket and throw up some wobbly ducks, and he's going to have 2 or 3 interceptions.
It's the Falcons and the Packers. I think I saw like a stat that like all of their like the 3 games for the Packers combined for like over 60 plus, over 70, and then like over 60 combined score. Like obviously both teams or whatever, and then the Falcons are scoring like I think over 60 as well. So Aaron Rodgers, 100%.
Okay, back to the Mixer chat. Black Mamba 24 PPR. Choose wide receiver and wide receiver 2. Okay, I need to go back to school to read. PPR, choose a wide receiver 2 and flex. Here are our choices. OBJ, Marvin Jones, Deontay, Chark, Gurley, and Hamler.
So I'm for sure playing OBJ this week against the Cowboys.
Deontay Johnson, I think I would go with.
Yeah, so again, we're dealing with the Pittsburgh situation that we're not 100% sure.
Right. If he's playing,
when that game's going to happen. So I would probably monitor that. They're playing Tennessee. This could be a ground and pound game anyway, and because they don't, a lot of times you'll see this with Thursday night games just because they have a short week and the teams aren't able to really game plan and put a lot in. You see a lot slower pace game and a lot more running without the same fireworks. So I think that even if they do play, we could see a similar situation there. So I would be hesitant to play Deontay over. Actually, I'd be hesitant to play him over. I think I kind of like Gurley in the flex, to be honest.
Marvin Jones hasn't done much. Yeah, mine was based on I forgot that I thought they were playing, but I would say Gurley guaranteed touches. He's going to get somewhere between 10 and 15 touches, right?
Yep,
that's safe to say.
Watch this be the week that Marvin Jones has one of his Galladay's back. They're playing New Orleans. Galladay and Hopkins. They're going to get a ton, and this will be a 200-yard 3 touchdown week for Marvin Jones. But right. I think that I would probably go Gurley, but it's close between him and Marvin.
Yeah.
All right. Black Mama 24 wants to know, should I drop Hamler for Higgins in a PPR?
I would.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you trust Burrow or
Higgins could? I mean, we could very well see Higgins. Higgins is a big dude, 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
And that's who Burrow's looking to in the red zone, and Burrow's taking shots downfield. He's extending plays, and I'm not, Hamler. There's a lot of hype on him, but what is he doing? He's not getting a lot of targets.
Higgins.
The team looks bad. I think the upside is a lot more for Higgins.
Ripien is throwing to him. What the hell's that?
Right.
All right, let's go to, we got a trade question. I love these. Lefty 007. Okay, let me lay it out for you. The roster picture is in the show notes if you want to follow along. Audience. Oh, hang on. We got a call. That stops everything. Guys,
that was actually pretty awesome, though.
If you call in, this is what happens. We put you straight to the front of the line. So phone lines are open. 205-79-SLEEP, 205-797-5337. Let's take this call. Let's see who this is. Let's see. Caller. Oh, this is Jesus. Hey, Zeus, what's up? Go Raiders, dude. What's up, man?
Raiders. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, man? We got whooped, man. There's nothing about it. We just got whooped, dude. They ran it on us all day.
Yeah, your coach there, old Gruden, didn't really want to change up the game plan very much. They should have just been balling out. They were double covering Waller. They should have just been throwing to Renfro all game and let him just go off.
Yeah, I know, but it was an old school smash mouth game. They just ran it on us, dude. It was hard to watch.
It was a little rough.
Anyways, enough about that. Yeah, it was tough. All right, I'm 1-2 in my main league, right? I had to drop Rams defense because I needed a wide receiver with DJ Chark and Julio Jones out. My core was thin, and I picked up Aguilar because I thought he was going to do something for us, but didn't do much either.
No, not a lot there.
Maybe this week.
Yeah, but I managed to pick up T. Higgins also. How do you guys feel about that?
Love me some T. Higgins.
I only got him in one league.
I got him in a lot of places, and I got him cheap. He was going cheap everywhere. You know, with Rex Burkhead, that was, people were kind of shining on that, and people looking at Chris Carson and, Mo Alley Cox and Jimmy Graham, Anthony Miller. T. Higgins just kind of fell under the radar, right? He didn't have he kind of had a sneaky big game, and he's just the guy that is most likely to be he could be the number one for that team. He has a legit shot to be the number one. He's a huge dude. Burrow's a gunslinger. I like Boyd as a consistent PPR option, but
he's not a one.
He's a two.
He's a better two. He's a very good two.
He's a two, and there's every possibility that AJ Green is going like this, and T. Higgins is going like this, and we could see the emergence of T. Higgins very soon. So love me some T. Higgins.
Too bad his name's not Joe Mixon.
That
would be nice.
All right, I got a bummer on defense, and it looks like the Titans and Steelers are gonna play maybe Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if that's gonna count for this week still or next week.
No, it's looking like week 4. Right?
I have Steelers.
If it were me, I probably would have kept the Rams and played them against the Giants.
Oh yeah.
This was a great week to have the Rams.
Pick them up in a bunch.
And the Steelers, if they play Monday, it's for sure this week. And if it's Tuesday, I think it still counts as a week 4. Also, I'm sure that the fantasy community will make sure that counts for this week and not for week 5, because those teams would still have their week 5 games slated. So, yeah, man, you're just kind of rolling the dice there to hoping that game's for sure going to be played.
Well, honestly, we'll definitely know more.
I'm kind of scared about that. The best defenses available are Denver, Green Bay, Houston, Jacksonville, and Cincy. Who do you guys think? Those 5.
Kind of like Denver against the Jets.
Yeah, and that's one that you're going to have to know for sure by tomorrow night, though. So you'd have to scoop them up, drop somebody else. It sounds clear to up somebody. You're in the same position, how to figure out who you're going to drop. But yeah, so Denver against the Jets is probably the one that I would lean, and I would definitely just pay attention. We should know by tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, if this is going to happen, and when exactly it's going to happen.
All right, and then Malcolm Brown, is he droppable now, or hold on to him?
For who? Is there someone in mind that you would like to drop him for?
Well, it would have to be one of the defenses, because it's either going to be him who I drop or Aguilar, since my wide receivers, I think they're coming back. That's all I'm waiting on.
I think I would
drop Aguilar.
If it's me, I'm dropping Aguilar because I feel like I can find a better wide receiver, honestly,
right? Exactly.
on the waiver. And Malcolm Brown, I refuse to give up yet. I want to see one more game where he's basically getting game scripted, where he's just not being used and Henderson's getting all the touches. I'm still a slight believer in Malcolm Brown.
We need to see consistency, and we haven't seen that yet. I think that, yes, this is a very, very defining week.
For sure.
Very big week.
All right, sounds good. And All right, my second league. This is my team. Let me know what you guys think. Who I should drop or what. I have quarterback Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton, and Joe Burrow.
Is it a super flex?
PPR, two wide receivers, two running backs.
Is it super flex?
I have wide receivers. No, we only have one flex.
Okay, so you can only start one quarterback a week?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so if it's me, I'm probably either going to look to trade one of those quarterbacks or get rid of them. You don't need to have three quarterbacks. You're just going to give yourself a headache. It's not helpful for the matchup. For the matchup situation. And I would much rather have an upside wide receiver, running back, tight end in that spot that I can just kind of churn every single week.
Find the guy that drafted Kirk Cousins.
That's right, or Wentz. That guy that's playing Wentz right now. Go ahead and trade him
and go for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and my wide receivers, I have Calvin Ridley, DK Metcalf, CeeDee Lamb, Marquise Brown, and that's it for the wide receivers. And then running backs, I have Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, David Johnson, Josh Kelly, and that's it. And then I'm just rolling with Travis Kelce at tight end.
Yeah, so you're stacked. This is a winning team.
Keep it.
Except for the quarterback.
The quarterbacks, yes. Get rid of the quarterbacks.
If go either trade or do something with one of those quarterbacks. I honestly, I think that you'd be fine no matter which one. If you could get a lot of value return for Deshaun Watson, I think you're completely fine having Cam and Burrow for the rest of the season. If you can get a big name player out of Watson, otherwise, see if there's someone else that just wants the depth at quarterback and wants either Cam or Burrow and try to get some value to your team for some depth.
Okay, and I also have Arizona D and Buffalo defense.
I love Buffalo. Love Buffalo.
I do like Buffalo. Two defenses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I just drop one? Because I'm never big on holding two defenses except for
If there's someone worth like dropping them for, that's if there's a good enough guy on the waiver, then yeah, definitely go for it.
Yeah. So my answer here is, Arizona's not really one that you have to hold. There's only a couple of them that I think that you really don't want to let go of, and it's like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, the Rams, honestly, and maybe Buffalo. Those are really the only ones that I think that no matter what you're wanting to keep.
Indy's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like that's hit or miss because of what we saw week one with Jacksonville of all teams. So yeah, I think that you're okay to drop Arizona, and then if you need to stream another defense on a week, go ahead and do that.
I'm 0-3 in that one, man. I lost 3 games in a row, so
yeah, it's because you got two defenses.
and three quarterbacks.
And 3 quarterbacks, yeah, man. No, I don't know how you're 0-3 with that team. That's a winning team. So definitely clear up some bench space there. Get rid of a quarterback and defense.
So I just pick him back up and drop Arizona D because he's still there.
Who is it?
T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, I mean that I would definitely rather have him than your second defense. I don't think that you're going to play him over the wide receivers that you have, but there's definitely value there.
I'd almost get a younger lottery ticket guy for that second defense. Get somebody who could pop in the second or third part of the season here, second or third quarter of the season.
Yep.
Right.
Like, who's that dude? A lot of people are talking about the guy from Jacksonville. Actually, one of the guys that was supposed to be on the show tonight is really high. What is it? Chenault?
Lavisca Chenault.
Visca.
Yeah, super high on him, talking about him a lot. So, I mean, guys like that, maybe not be on great teams, but look athletic and strong and determined and, could have a big second half of the season somehow. Because I don't think anyone's really super excited about T.Y. Hilton right now.
No, not at all.
So disappointing.
Yeah. I wasn't excited because if you guys follow Phillip Rivers, he always had tall wide receivers. They're always 6'1", 6'2", or taller. He never had a short receiver. He's like 5'11".
Yeah, so the thing there is T.Y. Hilton, he's a fast guy, he's a burner. You're going to want a quarterback that's better on a timing route. So T.Y. would do really well with somebody like Aaron Rodgers or Pat Mahomes, and Rivers just isn't that guy. You know, he kind of shot puts it. He's looking for a big body, 6'8" Mo Alley Cox tight end that you just can't miss. That's going to go up and just get the ball wherever it's thrown. With Ty being a timing guy and a speedster, it's really not a good fit for Rivers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Cause I don't know. I mean, I've watched him enough to know something about him. You know?
Yeah, but alrighty, man. You got any more questions for us?
No, that's it. I'm trying to get this turned around on both leagues because the first one I'm 1-2 and the second one I'm 0-3. So
you'll be all right. You got a good team. You have good teams there, so you're gonna be all right.
All right, Jesus, we're gonna cut you loose, man. Good. Have a good one. Have a good week.
Appreciate the call, man.
Raiders.
Go Raiders!
Hooray!
Guy followed his team from city to city. Okay, now I feel bad about Lefty 007, so let's start that whole thing again. We got the trade situation going on. All right, 1 point PPR. I am being offered Cam and Zeke.
Again.
Yeah, I had to do it. My current quarterbacks are Foles and Cousins. My running backs are Zeke, Taylor, and Jacobs. Good move or hold?
Wait, what was the trade? Cam for Zeke?
Cam
yeah.
No, you're not. No,
Cam for Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, no, I'm fine with Foles is a fine fantasy quarterback.
He might get you 20 plus. Yeah, I could see it.
I would much rather have for Zeke. I'm getting a top 5 quarterback.
Right, I'm getting
the dude was the number 2 pick 3 weeks ago. He's not injured. He's not in risk of losing his job. Like, I know he's not catching passes like he should be, but I mean, hello, unless this is Russell Wilson or Josh Allen or someone that's down on Lamar or grabbing Kyler. Like, I'm not trading Zeke for anything less than a top 5 quarterback. Period.
Yeah. I'm looking at the rest of his team here. Got a really solid running back core.
Is that his team?
Yeah, that's his team.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. The upgrade from Cousins or Foles to Cam, yeah, not worth Zeke for sure. Maybe package a couple guys. Like, if you're really set on him,
Deontay Johnson and
what's his 3rd or 4th running back?
Latavius Murray.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah,
the only running back on his bench, it looks like, I think.
So he doesn't have the depth to be trading away a running back. Yeah, so no. Do a Hoos, do a 2-for-1. Try to package in one of your quarterbacks.
It's got 3 wide receivers on the bench.
Do a 2-for.
You just try to sneak that in.
So throw a wide receiver and one of your quarterbacks at him.
Yeah, do that. Cousins and Deontay, Cousins and Tyler Boyd for Cam. Cousins and Tyler Boyd for Cam. That's not too bad.
That'd be all right. Yeah.
Not right. Not a great offer, but let's throw it in his face.
You'll be all right.
All right, Lefty. Thank you for the question. Desi, most dope. Should I trade Rojo for why did I cross that? For Hines. Non-standard PPR 10 team.
Yeah, I think that Hines has a lot more value in a PPR, and Rojo's kind of a meh, especially in a 10 team.
Yeah, I mean, in a 10 team, are you starting one of them? I don't know. I feel like you should have
maybe Hines on a weird week, but
unless you have like Derrick Henry and McCaffrey this week, or
you should. I would never really want to start Hines or Rojo in a 10 team PPR.
I'd have to be really desperate.
I would much want to. I'd want an upshot guy.
Oh, speaking of desperate, Bobby Pigskin, trade Mixon and Hurst. get Waller? Yes or no?
No. Nope. Not doing that.
No, senor! No, senor! No,
That's what he wanted.
No, senor!
Was that two no's?
Senor!
Was that two no's?
He's getting Waller? He'd be going for Waller?
Get Waller, yeah, for Mixon and Hurst.
Oh, I don't know. Waller's been killing it. Mixon, that's tough though. He's technically like he was a high draft pick. Hayden Hurst. I don't know.
You're going to trade your first or second round pick 3 weeks in for
a tight end that scores a lot of points.
I mean, but it's like.
But would you do it for like Travis Kelce then because of his name? He does perform well though too.
So for me, I mean, there's only really a couple of guys still at this point that I would be willing to trade Mixon for, and it's not. I'm still not doing it for Ertz or Waller or Henry. It's got to be, even though Mark Andrews looked like garbage last night, it's got to be Kelce, Mark Andrews, or Kittle. Or I'm not trading Mixon for anyone else right now. Maybe Higbee, but probably not.
All right. Let's see. Oswaldo wants to know, someone dropped the Bills defense. Should I scoop them up? I currently have the Bucks.
I love the Bills defense. They have
me too.
You know, they have some pretty easy games ahead, and they're killer defense. So yeah, if you got the space, go ahead. That's one of those teams that I really don't mind just letting them hang or actually using them every single week.
Let's jump over to a question here from Jaws Whedon. I believe he's watching on YouTube. What is J. Jaws' major malfunction? Any hope he turns it around? Haven't been able to see much Eagles this year.
He just doesn't have a connection with Wentz. The O-line is garbage there, and
I was never a fan of him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's just another. I mean, wasn't he a high draft pick?
He hit high draft capital coming out. He was a good prospect, but just nothing there.
He's on that list of forgottens
now. Back to Oswaldo. Rams defense also available. So Buffalo Rams, both on the waiver wire. Who do you like better if you had to pick up one? Rest of the season, Buffalo, right?
Buffalo. But I love Rams. Love the Rams.
Although Tampa, I mean, their freaking front seven is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't understand why all these. I really don't understand why all of these are available.
Who's starting?
I mean, these are three of my opinion. These are three of the top 7.
Right? Like
three. So I don't know who people are holding on to.
Got me. Starting the Falcons. They're starting the Falcons defense.
That's a good one.
Atlanta fans in there.
Jeff Wilson, T. Higgins, Hardman, or Brian Gill. I think it means Brian Hill.
Give me Higgins
over Ayuk standardly.
I like this. They wanted to know if they should drop Brandon Ayuk for one of these. No, I like Ayuk slightly more, especially in a standard. They're manufacturing touches for him. He had a rush for like 20 yards, a sweep that got into the end zone. They're just finding any way to get Ayuk the ball. So I really like him, especially in a standard.
Yeah.
All right. Wilson 27, with the Texans' tough schedule right out of the gate, first 3 weeks, do you feel like the Texans' offense and defense are both sleepers this week against the non-practicing Vikings this week? I'm desperate in need of a D, so I picked up the Texans. I don't know what need of a D has to do with picking up a fantasy football defense, but you should watch what you type there, Wilson. So, yeah, they've been rough to watch. What do you guys think of the Texans after the first 3 weeks here?
Yeah, it's been a tough schedule.
They look like they just, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very tough schedule though too. I mean, they did play some very tough teams.
So, they're mostly at full-ish strength on defense, so I think that they're going to have some good games ahead of them.
Are we certain that game is actually going to happen this week?
Which one?
The Vikings and the Texans? I mean...
Well, we assume so because there have been no positive cases that have come out from the Vikings side. All of the cases were from the Titans. I think they're now up to. I think they're now up to 9 positive cases. Four from players and 5 from the staff. But so far, nothing has come out about the Vikings having any positive cases whatsoever. So no reason to me why it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's crazy. It's been crazy. So
well, and they haven't said who the players are, so we don't even know if they're starters that we're going to use. We don't really know.
Exactly.
And
so
they're giving up the extra days I think they're going to keep doing testing, obviously, the next 2 or 3 days. So hopefully,
I think it was a linebacker, the linebacker coach. I think it was mostly defensive players. I think all defensive players, actually.
Okay. All right. Oswaldo, we're clear. Wilson, we're clear. Okay. Any other calls? Now is a good time. The phone lines are wide open. 205-797-5337, 205-79-SLEEP on your cellular, telephone, or landline. Let's jump back into the mail sack. We're almost done here, guys. We are at Romez Dynasty Superflex question. Okay. So we've got picks involved. Trade CMC and Edelman for Aaron Jones, Kupp, a 2021 first rounder, and his roster is in the notes. You guys can see his roster. He has no picks in the 2021 draft except for 2 fifth rounders.
So is the 2021 first going to be an early pick, like a top 3? Is the person that you're getting the pick from, do they have a garbage team right now? Or are they a team that's competing? Because if it's going to be the 11th or 12th pick, then no, I'm not really that interested.
And maybe
first pick I would consider it, but I mean, CMC right now is even in a super flex is still the number 1 selection off the board. So I don't think so. I don't think I'm doing this regardless. I'm going to want more than that for CMC.
2 other injury. I mean, you got Dalvin Cook and Miles Sanders. That's it. Those are his only other running backs.
I do like Aaron Jones, though.
This is a dynasty? I'm assuming these are his starters?
Dynasty super flex.
Those are a dynasty? You would imagine you have more than that, right? I mean, is he just showing us his starters or something? I feel like he should have bigger teams in dynasties.
That's probably not seeing everything there.
Right?
I don't think that I'm doing this. I'm going to make this guy pay up more. You need another usable player, or I mean something. You need more than that for CMC.
Yeah. Okay. Romez, thanks for the question. We got No Bill 1. Oh, okay. So this is a post trade. This is a post trade. This is so I don't know. He might be having trade regret. So let's talk through this. I just traded Kamara, Josh Kelly, AJ Green, Traquan Smith for Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson, and Evan Ingram, half point PPR, 2 flex dynasty. I feel nervous for trading Kamara. I would too, but I think I made my team better. I now have Michael Thomas, Adams, Lockett, and McLaurin, Jacobs, Miles, Sanders, and Jonathan Taylor running back. My other tight end was Higbee. So being a dynasty makes a difference here, I think. Do you guys like the outlook for this team in the future here, having done this trade?
I do.
I think he won a lot, actually, because those are like that. Those are 4.
Yep. You gave basically you traded. You traded away. I heard Kamara, and then the other names just went in the trash bin in terms of dynasty. And then I heard 4 good players coming back to your team. So you pretty much just traded Kamara and your junk for Justin Jefferson, who's going to be a stud, for
Josh Jacobs, the top 10 running back.
And he got Devontae Adams, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I hear that? Oh, dude, you won this.
And he has Michael Thomas too.
What? No, dude. You just no.
You stole from that guy. You actually stole. You actually stole from him. You know what? Sorry, No Bill 1.
I can't believe he did that. Kamara's a baller, no doubt. But come on.
At SW.
Put this thing together. Me. That's who.
Good job, No Bill 1. You are the Tony Montana of trades. Supercharger. Who do I start? Goff or Stafford this week?
Ooh. Let's see.
Are the Rams going to run the ball against the Giants? Is the question. Or is Goff just going to throw for a crap ton of yards against that crappy defense? Stafford?
Give me Stafford.
I like Stafford.
With Galladay back, give me Stafford.
Who are they playing? They're playing the Saints. Their secondary's not anything special.
I know that Stafford is not Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers was able to do whatever he wanted. And Galladay is back. And Hawkinson is such a mismatch for that team.
They're going to watch the game film on Darren Waller, what Darren Waller did to them. That's what I would do.
I mean, yeah, I think
Stafford. Hawkinson.
Stafford. Yep, go Stafford.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's jump over to the mixer chat again because Oswaldo's still in there. Should I start Ayuk, Hilton, or Harry this week? Standard. Need one.
Ayuk,
maybe. Because Debo's not back yet. Kittle will be back. Maybe. We don't know yet.
It's between him and Harry for me, but it is going to be Ayuk.
Yeah. They want him involved, like you said. And McKinnon could be out too, which also benefits him.
All right. Oswaldo wants to know, should I trade Gurley and Waller for Mark Andrews?
No.
No. Don't do that.
Don't think so.
That's a no. My running backs are DJ Jacobs, Gurley, and James Robinson. No, don't do that.
No.
You have Darren Waller. Why would you?
Yeah, Mark Andrews.
You're giving yourself away.
It's not a big enough upgrade there at the tight end to give away what is at worst a flex play, a bye week fill in, and substantial running back that's getting touches.
All right, Viggs. I got a question from Viggs. I'm going to add to the notes here real quick. Shinester wants to know, 12th team PPR just got sent this trade. So trade evaluation time. Give up Michael Thomas and James Robinson. Get back Josh Jacobs and Mark Andrews. Let's see. Running backs, Mixon, Sanders, JT, James White, Moss, and Robinson. So he's given up Robinson. And his wide receivers are Ridley, Woods, McLaurin, Hollywood Brown, and Michael Thomas.
Did you say this was from Viggs?
Oh, no, this is from Shinester. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't be helping Viggs. I'm playing him in 2 leagues this week, so no advice for Viggs. I don't think I'm doing this.
I love Josh Jacobs. Mark Andrews could maybe turn it. He didn't put his tight ends though. That would have helped actually a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I do not have. Oh wait, yeah, I did. I just didn't happen to copy it. Gesicki and Logan Thomas.
I like Gesicki.
Yeah. If Mo Alley Cox is out there, I'd go grab him.
Dude, Gesicki's good.
He's not bad. I don't know. I'm not giving up Michael Thomas, though, and James Robinson. I'm not giving up James Robinson. Out of all those running backs, he's the one that I trust right now probably the most. And I guess JT.
Yeah, I think I'm staying put.
Shinester, stay put. Tell him no thank you. Just like that dude that was smoking the sativa at the beginning of the show. Just say no thank you. All right, Viggs has a question, and then we'll get back to the Mixer chat and wrap it up. With the postponed game and uncertainty around it, would you prepare for this week as if the game won't happen? Would you play Gordon on Thursday over the possibility of Connor Monday, Tuesday? Same question for Judy and Crowder, or for Judy and Crowder for Juju and Deontay. So what, in the next 24 hours, I guess you can really
find out. And the thing is, tomorrow night may be the worst Thursday night football. Like, it could be a very defensive game because both offenses are just going to be so bad that you're not starting anyone. Who are you going to start? You know what I mean? Like, you're really not going to start many guys for tomorrow night. We're going to find out. I feel like by Saturday whether this game's going to happen. Right? Because if they're still testing positive by Saturday, they are not going to play Monday or Tuesday.
Oh no way. They probably won't play. They probably won't play for a week. They'll probably put this game back and play on a weird.
Exactly. So I feel like by Saturday, today's Wednesday, maybe even by Friday we might find out. So
I feel like I have to defer to my counterparts here because I can only assume that these questions are for teams that are going to be played against me. So I feel some like bias creeping in here, and I'm not sure if I can control it with my answers. 100%.
Hey, don't answer. It's fine. Do not answer. It's all good.
Okay. Danny has a question from YouTube. Pick 2 to start this week. Thielen, Josh Jacob, Woods, full PPR.
Give me Thielen and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, but Woods wouldn't be a wrong answer either.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the Minnesota situation, I mean, we'll see. If they get a couple sick guys, maybe you got to go Woods. Minimal impact. Trying to get a gauge for Justin Jefferson. I'm sorry. Trying to get a gauge for what Justin Jefferson went for in Fab. What did he go for in your leagues? Well, I drafted him at the beginning of the season in one of the final rounds, so he went for 0 to me. But people picking him up, what did you see people spending?
15 to 25%, mostly around kind of the 8. I saw a lot of like $18 to $23 bids in $100 league. You see this when a player has a big game, people are going to hope that this is a lottery ticket and going to be a player that's going to be doing that every single week. So there is going to be somebody that's going to spend that kind of money on him. The talent is probably warranted for that. In rookie dynasty drafts, he was a first-round draft pick. He was taken behind the likes of like CeeDee Lamb and only a couple other wide receivers. So there is merit there, but they're a run-first team. Thielen still is the guy, and Jefferson's going to have up and down weeks. So that's kind of around the 20% mark is kind of where I saw him going for pretty consistently.
He might have been drafted in like every league that I'm in. I'm trying to find. Okay, so are you kidding me? Somebody put $9 on him. But this free agency actually costs real money. So you gotta, I think it's my first year in this league, so who knows?
Yeah, I like that concept.
I do like that. So then what does that all go into the winner pool at the end of the year?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that idea. Okay, cool. So, I mean, well, the obvious follow-up question is, what do you think he was actually worth in Fab?
Probably worth $13 to $16.
I don't know. With all I guess the thing is, wide receivers, they're not running backs. You can find next week we're gonna look at Cedric Wilson. People were going nuts about Cedric Wilson, but it's Justin Jefferson is the number 2. I mean, obviously it's different.
He's taken the Diggs role.
Exactly.
He's a very talented rookie, high actual draft capital. So I don't know that we are going to have many wide receivers that you're going to see for the rest of the season that are going to be available that will have the kind of trajectory that Justin Jefferson could potentially have. So I think that he out of any are probably worth that. You're going to have guys similar to like Higgins and Anthony Miller. I think are going to be the best that you're really hoping for, or like snagging a Lazard. I think Jefferson is a tier above them, both in talent and opportunity. But unfortunately, it's it is a run first team, so he will have weeks that he has 4 or 5 targets and 40 yards.
And he's not going to put up 170 and 2 touchdowns.
He will have other games like that. I think
he will. I think he definitely will. He's got that. He's an electric player. He's that type.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to double check the questions here. Minimal impact is good to go. Nothing left in the sleeper thread and nothing left in that. We are good to go. So I want to thank Sven for joining us. I want to make sure I get his information correct. That's what I was just copying here. Fantasy Fam at Fantasy Fam on Twitter. Correct, buddy?
That is, but I also actually just recently, I sent it in the group chat. I created my own. I started my own Twitter now. So trying to get my name out there so people know me, which they probably already do.
What's your handle?
Fantasy Sven. Fantasy SVEN. Boom.
Okay. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, one more question. Let's do. Oh, no, he said good response. Y'all, okay. Oswaldo says we're MVPs. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Right. You're an MVP.
You are.
You're
Oswald.
the MVP.
You're the
Guy. All right, so that is it for the Sleepwear Mail Sack today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in and for all your questions. If you had other questions and you weren't able to join us on the live show with the phone number, well, it won't work after the live show. You can reach us at our Fantasy Football Club on Facebook groups. Just look for the Sleepwear Fantasy Football Club, Sleeper Wire, rather, on Twitter at Sleeper Wire Show. You want to reach out to Lucas. He's on Twitter as well at Sleeperwire LBB. And obviously, special guest Sven, thanks for filling in at the last second here. You can find him. His podcast is a family show. It's called The Fantasy Fam. 2 brothers and a cousin. Join the fam to win your leagues at The Fantasy Fam on Twitter, or Sven at Fantasy Sven. So simple. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We will be back next Wednesday. Oh, and don't forget the Sunday show. If you guys want to get your questions answered on Sunday morning, your start-sit questions, the Sunday morning blitz is the way to go. Dirty Jobs. Who else is on that? Jason, Steve, the other Steve, the Steve that's bald with a beard. They'll answer your questions starting at about 11:30 on Sunday morning, straight up till kickoff. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. You've been tuned into the Mail Sack. We will catch you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Have a great week 4.